Hey guys, coming at you today from the back shop. We've been working on this chassis right here for a few months now. Got everything on it. We've been fully mocked up. We've tore it down and now it's totally welded out and we're fixing to put it on the trailer to go to powder coat. Before we do that, I want to tell you about this chassis though. This is a new chassis we're fixing to call the Rock Bouncer X, and it's going to take the place of the regular Rock Bouncer chassis that we have now. We cleaned up some lines all the way through on it. We narrowed the dash bar in this thing a couple of inches to give you better visibility out each side. We lowered the dash bar a little bit to give you better visibility from the seat out the front of it. Visibility is a big thing when we're out there trail riding. You've got to be able to see to feel comfortable. With this one, we've set up and did all the CAD work front to back to be able to offer a buggy that you can buy that's set up for trailing arms in the back and rear steer. So we spent a lot of time with CAD front to back, from the winch mount, reservoir mounts, everything. We're going to offer some sort of a tab and a bracket at home for you guys. It'll come with a bracket, a little bit of a drawing, and it'll show you where we've been putting it on the buggy here. As long as you use the stuff that we've been using at home, you could build pretty much the buggy that we're building here. Long as you take the time, fit and finish it and everything else right, like what we're doing. So we've also narrowed up the front frame rails. We kicked these frame rails in. We were getting into some clearance issues on our bypass tubes whenever the shocks were fully cycling here. We kicked that lower frame tube in so all of the bypass is clear. Reworked the winch mount for us. Actually reworked motor mount tube work where it's in there a little bit better with a crossover. We're jigging all the 4-link stuff now to where whenever you buy a chassis, you can order it with 4-link tabs already welded on. That's been something new that we've added in, and a lot of guys are doing that. Of course, any of our chassis, they come with doors. You can also get it without doors. So whenever we link this video, we're gonna have a gallery. We'll link it in this video on YouTube too, straight to the gallery where you can see this buggy fully assembled raw, but it's actually better when we're talking just chassis work that you can look at it right here and see it all naked, ready to go to powder. All right, so in the back of the buggy, we've made a bunch of changes. To start off with, this buggy is built around coilovers, bypasses, trailing arms. In trailing arms, you get a lot more up travel than you do in a regular coilover setup. One-to-one, the shocks on the axles. So we've got all this tube work that we can offer to you now. We've got the mounts for the bump stops that we can offer to you now. In this tube work, we can send it to you already cut, notched, and ready to go on the chassis. You mount the cans and stuff. We move the bump stop can out here in line with the bypass, or in line with the trailing arm. That way, when the axle comes up, it's actually stopping at the right point. We took this frame rail, and where it would generally come out flat and then turn up, we angled it up. It gives this thing room for about 12 to 14 inches of up travel if that's what you want to work for in the back. Major modifications there that went on between the old Rock Bouncer and the Rock Bouncer X chassis. We also really rolled this belt line and changed where this belt line really rolls in. That way, trailing arms, 4-wheel steer, this thing flexes out, turns, everything's on there. It gives it a lot more aggressive look. Still has enough body width and enough body panel to actually look good back here. Those are a few of the differences on what the Rock Bouncer has evolved to into this Rock Bouncer X chassis. We'll have everything up on the website here pretty quick, all the details and everything else. You're seeing it here stripped down, just a quick tell you about what's coming.